Albertsons board chair is retiring. 7-Eleven has come out with new technology, and fresh format stores are winning when it comes to foot traffic. Welcome to Retail Daily, your quick look at the top stories from Supermarket News and CSP Daily News. I'm Supermarket News Senior Editor Bill Wilson.
And I'm CSP Editor Chuck Yulee. Albertsons Companies said this week that longtime industry veteran Jim Donald is retiring as chairman of the company's board. The company said the board has elected Kim Fennebresk, who has been an independent director since 2015, as the new chair. Albertsons also said that David Zinsner, Executive VP and Chief Financial Officer of Intel Corp, will join the board as an independent director, and that Alan Gibson has retired from the board.
7-Eleven has patented a technology that creates real-time digital replicas of its physical stores. It uses cameras to track customer behavior and product placement down to the shelf level. Developed by a team of inventors in Texas, the virtual store system enables automated shopping cart tracking, video playback of customer sessions, and machine learning-based inventory analysis. The benefits? Fewer cashiers, reduced labor costs, smarter shelves, faster auditing, and smarter inventory management, according to the patent.
Fresh format grocers are benefiting from an increase in affluent shoppers and a rise in quick shopping trips, according to the latest research from Placer AI, released Thursday. Overall visits to fresh format grocery stores, those locations that feature produce and other fresh items, rose 10% year over year in the second quarter, outpacing value grocers, ethnic grocers, and traditional grocers, which saw positive growth for the first time since early 2024. Fresh format grocers now attract more affluent shoppers than any other grocery format, according to Placer AI. Retailers like Sprouts Farmers Market report a median household income of more than $100,000 among their customers. They are also capitalizing on this trend by capturing supplemental trips from consumers with specific needs, who also appreciate quick in-and-out experiences, Placer AI reported.
A federal lawmaker has introduced legislation aimed at combating rising grocery costs caused by tariffs. U.S. Representative Haley Stevens proposed the No Tariffs on Groceries Act this week, which would require congressional approval for any tariff-related increases in food costs. In August, grocery store prices posted the largest month-to-month increase of the year at 0.6%, according to the Consumer Price Index data from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. The annual inflation rate for food at home stood at 2.7%.
Tobacco and smoking product prices continuing to rise, there is an increase in pressure on consumers purchasing these products. This insight comes from Boris Oglesby, Executive Vice President and Practice Leader of Alcoholic Beverages and Tobacco at Chicago market research firm Circana. He spoke Monday at CSP's Tobacco Plus Forum in Schaumburg, Illinois, where he shared that consumers want lower-priced products and are continuing to opt for these items in tobacco, including fourth-tier cigarettes.
Local municipal and union leaders in the Pacific Northwest are criticizing Fred Meyer stores for the chain's plan to shutter 4 locations. The Kroger-owned chain confirmed to local media that it is closing the stores as part of an effort to shutter 60 unprofitable supermarkets around the country, and it cited crime and the local regulatory environment as a reason for Fred Meyer closures. Meanwhile, a class action labor lawsuit against Fred Meyer, alleging that the chain violated state law by prohibiting our workers from holding second jobs, was moved to federal court this week.
EG America has entered into an agreement with Crispy Crunchy Chicken to open the fried chicken concept in locations under several of its convenience store banners, primarily Cumberland Farms. The first 5 locations will launch inside Cumberland Farms stores across the Florida Panhandle, beginning with the Santa Rosa Beach store, which will open September 22nd. In addition to Santa Rosa Beach, Crispy Crunchy plans to open locations with Cumberland Farms in Destin, Gulf Breeze, Navarre, and Panama City, Florida. They will announce more later this year. The companies expect all of the Florida Panhandle sites to open by the end of 2025.
How can convenience store retailers grow in a low or no growth environment? Nick Modi, Managing Director of RBC Capital Markets, talked about this at CSP's Center Store Forum on September 10th. Modi said there are many missed merchandising opportunities. For example, while retailers play up Memorial Day, July 4th, Halloween, Christmas, and others, they ignore other holidays. He said there are all types of holidays being celebrated all year long, and that retailers don't need to be selling ethnic products to participate in Diwali or the Chinese New Year.
Jose Antonio Fernandez Garza Laguera will be the CEO of Fomento Económico Mexicano, SAB de CV, also known as FEMSA for short. I'll start over. Jose Antonio Fernandez Garza Laguera will be the CEO of Fomento Económico Mexicano, SAB de CV, FEMSA for short, on November 1st. He currently is the CEO of Monterrey, Mexico-based FEMSA's Proximity and Health. FEMSA owns the OXXO convenience store chain. Jose Antonio Fernandez Carbajal, executive chairman of FEMSA and interim CEO since July 2023, will continue in his role as executive chairman, the company said.
Publix opened 2 new stores on Wednesday, bringing the regional grocer's total number of new store openings in September to 6 across 5 states. The latest locations opened in Brazelton, Georgia, and Greenville, South Carolina. Publix currently operates over 1,450 stores in the U.S.
7-Eleven has opened applications for its 7th annual Brands with Heart Showcase, a program that offers emerging consumer packaged good brands the opportunity to showcase their products in 7-Eleven, Speedway, and Stripes convenience stores. Applications are open through October 13th. This year, 7-Eleven is seeking CPG products in the snack, beverage, and frozen treat categories.
And that will do it for today's episode of Retail Daily. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and more for your daily dose of retail news. For more on these stories, visit CSP Daily News and Supermarket News. I'm Bill Wilson.
And I'm Chuck Yulee. Have a great day.